Welcome back, Asgardians.
I'm Val.
I'm Loki.
We are back with episode 5 of the Loki series. Things got really excited.
The penultimate episode.
Yes. It got super exciting at the end of the last episode. I know we weren't very coherent just because of the pure shock of everything that happened there at the very end. But I am super eager to get into this episode because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so at the end of last episode in the post-credits scene, we got a flash of an alternate post-apocalyptic dimension full of Lokis. We saw Boastful Loki, aka Thor Loki. We saw Gator Loki.
Random.
We saw Eichel, aka Kid Loki. And we saw the Party City, Classic Loki.
Who I believe is played by Richard Grant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an interesting thing to see and develop, and I don't know what's going on. Like, it's some weird dimension. I don't know what we're gonna see in this. I wonder if there are other Loki variants there.
Lots.
Yeah.
Tons. It's just gonna be Lokis everywhere.
And it's like, is everybody who's pruned and everything, do they go to an alternate dimension with their own variants, or is it a mix of other variants? Like, what? I just don't know.
I don't want to speculate too much because I think we're gonna get some answers.
Oh yeah.
I think Loki is a Nexus being, and I think because of that he's special.
Okay.
I think you can't actually prune a Nexus being.
Okay. All right.
So instead of being pruned, he just goes to the Nexus. Or it could be something else entirely, and I'm completely wrong.
Yep.
That seems to be the trend. So
I don't know, but I say we just get into it, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a weird perspective.
Very weird perspective. Definitely New York.
This place, where are we? Who are you? Mr. the Void, that's Alioth. And where is lunch? Come on!
That's a what?
It's Alioth.
So we move it to a place on the timeline where it won't continue growing. Basically, the branch timeline isn't reset. It's transferred to a void at the end of time. Where every instance of existence collides at the same point and simply stops. Why? I don't know. I can help you if you trust me.
Seriously?
Why would she trust you?
A UFO?
I'd like to suggest we take a quick breather so I can ask several thousand questions. Tom, can I keep moving so we don't die? I can get behind that. What's your plan? Don't die. Okay, understood, but beyond that. Don't die. Don't die isn't the plan. It's a general demand of living.
What the heck are those things?
Someone please explain to me what the hell is going on! Look, it's been a very, very, very trying past few days, months. I don't even know how long it's been since New York. All I know is I got pruned, and I woke up here, and now I'm surrounded by variants of myself, plus an alligator, which I'm heartbroken to report I didn't even find. Well, that's strange. And now we're running from God knows what, trying to get to God knows where. But what I need to be doing is trying to find a way back to the TVA.
Stop wailing or you signal a liar.
Oh, there's no such thing as an alligator tank. Besides, it's a better metaphor. He's overly sensitive like the rest of us.
So maybe that thing's a Loki too.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Fine. It's not bad. Why there's so many of you?
Because Loki survived. That's just what we do.
Great, so how do we escape?
We don't. We do well to respect the boy. This is his kingdom.
Right. What was your nexus event, Your Majesty?
Killed Thor.
Oh. Oh.
That was Throg!
That was who?
That was Throg.
So,
That was Throg?
I'm pretty sure that was Throg.
It's highly restricted. I might not even have clearance.
Oh no, I think you would. If it's real.
How long?
Any second now.
Yeah. That's why you don't trust her.
I'm fine. Would you took my TemPad?
She took a TemPad with her though.
Yeah.
She's self-prone.
Good. And she's dead too.
I cast a projection of myself so real, even the mad Titan believed it. Then hid as inanimate debris. After I faked my death, I simply drifted in space. Away from Thor, away from everything. I thought about the universe and my place in it. And it occurred to me that everywhere I went, only pain followed. So I removed myself from the equation. God of outcasts.
Is he holding icy?
Yeah.
I'm going. Have any of you met a woman variant of us?
Sounds terrifying.
Oh, she is. That's kind of what's great about her. She's different. She's not trying to take over the TVA. She's trying to take it down. And she needs me. You said it's a living thing. You said it's a shark. Well, if it lives, it dies. So I'm going to kill the shark. I'm going to kill Alioth. And I could use all the help I could get.
Like, ass.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Oh.
Hello. Which one ever see you?
This is a nightmare.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's President Loki.
Yeah. What was that? Who's in my car?
Can you shut the door? We still got a little bit of a
Oh, it's
situation.
Mobius!
By the way, you should be careful just jumping into a stranger's car like that.
What is he doing here?
I see it.
Same as everybody else. Surviving.
But you really are one of you. Hang on.
Ah, yes. Not so good a bargain. How about this one? My army, my throne.
About that. Beef-witted, half-faced scrubs. We had a deal!
Psych.
They're all just betraying each
There's an
other.
alligator in here.
He's a Loki.
Oh, very Captain Hook.
Want to go back to the angry cloud?
Yeah. I think it might be the answer. We're going back to it.
I guess they're gonna meet each other there.
Yeah. Oh,
Is that a...
what was that?
I have to say,
Yeah, every time I blink, I miss something.
gargantuan creature.
Okay. Maybe we, think a bit more about this, huh?
Yeah, just a little.
Come.
Delightful.
Oh, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're slowing down.
What are they doing?
Just stay on guard.
Sylvie.
I don't understand. Is he a coward or is he being brave?
Us as a child, us in the future, and us as an alligator. It's best not to question it.
Now you throw a rock out here, you hit a Loki.
So you're all after the giant cloud monster too then?
Okay, so how do we get past the guard dog?
I'm going to enchant it.
That's insane, right?
As insane as what? Paper cutting a giant cloud to death. Leave us.
For being the only Loki we know of without balls, she sure has some balls.
Right?
This isn't about protecting the TVA at all, is it? You'll never find them. Not before she does.
And why is that?
You only want it. She needs it.
About my nexus of it.
Total rubbish, right?
Absolutely, of course. I mean,
I don't mean that it wasn't, a nice moment.
no, it was great. It was really nice. It was great.
It just sounds like another TVA lie.
100%. I mean, totally.
It's not very snuggly.
Okay.
Is it a tablecloth?
No, it's a blanket.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
She's like, I'm new at this being civil thing when I'm not, poking somebody with a dagger.
So prickly.
Yeah.
It's happening, guys! The branch will be right out there!
I'll give your regards to Renslayer!
Please do. What? No. We're staying here.
This is our home.
You sure? What about Alioth?
We've survived this long. We know what we're doing.
Loki, you're gonna need this on your journey. Go on.
Nice.
That's cool.
What will you do at the TVA? Burn it to the ground. Thanks for the spark. Well, see you later, Loki. Thank you, my friend. You're my favorite.
Conquering Asgard.
How is he doing that?
I think we're stronger than we realize.
Just conjured a whole Asgard.
They're stronger together. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Intense.
Yeah. Yeah, putting it lightly, yeah, that was very intense. Lot happened. So it's very interesting, this world of Lokis, and it's hilarious because no matter what they look like or anything, they're all very much the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're like betraying each other. It's like, you promised me this, and it's just, oh man, it's hilarious. Although, gotta say, classic Loki, just pulling a boss move there at the end, conjuring Asgard. That was a surprise. And but oh my god, what a moment.
Yeah, super powerful moment there.
Yeah, it's funny because he seems, he comes off like he's the veteran Loki, you know what I mean? He's been through a whole experience, he's older, he's gone through a lot, obviously, from the story he tells of his life and everything. And then he does that, so it's like he's finally, it's sort of like he figured himself out. You know what I mean? He kind of worked through everything, and then he knows what to do, and powerful.
Yeah, and self-reflective.
Exactly, yes.
Like he knows, like Loki's faults.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's like always rolling his eyes at children,
Yeah, kind of look at him like, oh, I remember being like that, kind of phase. And it's like he kind of got past all of that and figured it all out in the end. But yeah, that was a great moment. So props to him for that performance. That was incredible. And then also for, Sylvie seems to be taking this role of helping our Loki figure himself out as well, figure out his potential, and be like, don't limit yourself, you're more powerful than you think you are, and you can do this. She's helping him to kind of unlock parts of himself he didn't know he had.
Yeah.
So I like that role that she's taking in this. At first she was sort of like an adversary, and he's constantly fighting her both physically and psychologically. And it's, they got past that, and now she's helping him more than anything, kind of evolve, I guess you could say. So I think she's going to be playing probably the most important part of this whole series.
Yeah.
So really, really enjoying her performance as well.
Yeah, and I assume she's going to go on to be the MCU's Enchantress.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
That seems to be kind of her biggest shtick, with her is the whole enchantment thing, which is a bit of a part of our Loki, as we've seen, but not like the main highlight. So it's cool to see that, it's possible his powers will evolve on his own as well, but he's not going to have that same mentality that he had before, that he's always had since we've been introduced to Loki.
Yeah.
So he's going to, I hope he gets past all that.
Yeah, he's actually got a glorious purpose now.
Yeah.
As opposed to his own glory.
Exactly. Not just being just selfish Loki. I want to take over and rule, that's my right. And, that whole kind of perpetuating cycle. He's finally actually doing something worth doing. So, yeah. I really like the fact that his character, just as a whole, is developing really well throughout this series, showing that he's more than just a, ruler wannabe, kind of character. So really, really loving this. I love that we got Mobius back.
Yeah.
Even for a brief time, we got Mobius back, which I love. And he's still, they're still on good terms. They're still parted on good terms. And I'm curious to see what Mobius does when he gets back to the TVA.
He's going to go find a jet ski.
Right? Yeah.
Have himself a little vacation before burning down the TVA.
Right. I want to see what havoc he unleashes on the TVA, especially for Renslayer, because, stop. That woman's a piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's just like, you're going to have to trust me. It's like, right.
Pass.
Pass.
Hard pass.
Very hard pass. I'd rather prune myself than trust your ass. Yeah, so next week we're going to have the finale, episode 6. Oh, it's going to be glorious.
Yeah. It's going to lead us right into Multiverse of Madness and
You think so?
the next big villain for the MCU.
Yeah. I want to know who's behind this. Who is pulling the strings? Like, I'm sure there's a ton of theories out there of, what's driving all of this and who created the TVA, why. It's like, I need all these answers. Mm-hmm. And I'm so psyched that we're actually coming up to episode 6 and we're finally going to figure out what has been going on and why. I don't want to make any predictions at this point because, honest to God, I have no idea. I have no idea who could be pulling the strings on all of this.
Yeah, it's probably Kang, but...
Maybe. I mean, that seems to be the name that's been rolling around since episode 1, quite honestly, is Kang, is part of it. But, I don't know, it could be, MCU is also famous for red herrings, so who knows, I always think it can't be that obvious. Who you first start thinking, it just can't be that obvious.
Unless it is.
Who knows? I don't know. But that's the wonderful thing about the MCU is you just don't know quite what to expect. Mm-hmm. So I love that. But anyways, guys, this was an incredible episode. I loved seeing all the Loki variants. We even got to see President Loki, which your helmet that you usually wear is actually based on. Mm-hmm. So that was amazing to see. We finally got a glimpse of him. And, got to work with the other Lokis, kind of see how they all are a little different and everything. Different and not.
Different and not different.
Yeah.
I really hope that Eichel ends up, coming back into the main universe.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because Kid Loki, Eichel, is a really cool character in the comics. And I think even for a time a member of the Young Avengers, which is something that they're setting up to be a thing. So maybe he'll find his way back into the main MCU so he can go be a Young Avenger.
That would be awesome. I'd love to see that. So, because he seemed like he was a really cool kid. So pretty level-headed, quite honestly, which was surprising. But yeah, I would love to see him in more stuff for sure. So. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this episode and the series so far and where this may be headed. We're soon to come up with another reveal. I'm sure a huge reveal next episode on episode 6. So I don't know. Let us know what y'all think is happening and where Loki might go from here if they get this resolved.
Yeah, and then check right here. There'll be a link to the rest of the playlist for this series, so you can see everything that we've talked about up to this point.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially the reaction to the last episode when it broke my brain.
Yeah. So. That was something. You don't get a lot of that from this guy, so yeah. The fact that he couldn't even brain correctly was hilarious. So yeah, go check out episode 4 for sure. And then we will be back on Friday for the Bad Batch. I think it's episode 11 is what we're up to. Excited to see what's coming in that series as well. So make sure y'all keep up with that and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.